Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. And keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, you can mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. Do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, before we start our practice session, we'll take a few minutes to clarify ourselves how this meditation going to help for our life. Because mostly when it comes to meditation, people have different ideas about it. So it is better yourself, you get a very clear understanding how this practice can help for you and where it try to take you. So it is your right, yourself, to know this. And it is your responsibility to become very clear. Because once you become very clear with the practice that what you do, and it will help for you to put more effort and go with it. And by the time, you are the one who going to get the good result out of it. So the most of time, that why we fail to keep practice deeply. Because one reason, we don't understand this. And we don't understand how to practice meditation, how we can do meditation. And we don't know where it can take us. So like anything else, why things become so hard for you? Just even riding a bicycle and driving a vehicle, swimming, anything, any sports, any lifestyle. Why it become difficult for you? Because you don't know how to do it. So once you know how to do, anymore it's not going to become difficult. You have to understand this simple logic. And then in the very first level, take time. Because in the beginning in my life, I used to spend so much time to understand the meditation technique and how this works and how we can do this. And I used to look into different methods and see how this worked for us. And through the Buddhist practice, And through the Hindu practice, through like yoga and the pranayama and that, and even the acupuncture and the Chinese method, I use these all things, and even in the martial art and deeply this breathing practice, and I use this all, and spend some time to clarify myself how this meditation deeply can help for us. So then yourself, you don't need to go through this all, what I mean, but you have to be very clear for you how this can help for you, and you have to know very clearly how you can do this. Once you close your eyes, you should know. Then it become more easy for you, and at the same time, easy doesn't mean it all the result in the very next day going to come to you. The easy mean the path become very clear. And why you need that clarity? Because most of the time that what we have in our mind as ideas come out of feelings. It's another way it called emotions. We mostly have an emotion-based life, especially more than us. For you, as a layperson, as a mother, father, as a child, as a brother, sister, as a partner, as a husband, wife, your life based with the emotional background. It is very difficult for you to break it down. And when you become emotions, your environment accept you. So we are very emotion-based people. That is the very nature of the samsara. It feeds to your emotions. And as you know, that according to the Newton's law, every action has a reaction. So the thing is this, mostly with the ideas, we look into outside world, and with the emotions tangle mind, and then that whatever happening in the outside world, we try to understand as reactions. Take this very carefully. Be with me. With the emotion-based mind, you look into outside world and you try to understand what is happening in the outside world happen as a result of reactions. So kind of like the result. So another simile, you watching TV. So when you are watching TV, and then you can recognize that whatever happening inside the TV come as a result of some reactions. But the thing is, what the missing point? How you know you are watching TV as a reaction? You look into outside world as a result of some kind of reactions. That is what the vipassana. But we don't see ourselves. We try to see outside world, forgetting about the feeling-based subject, emotion-based subject, or the observer. That we think, oh, this light happening as a reaction, oh, this computer bring the screen as a reaction, oh, this is the result, this is the end result of something. and this sound come to you as the end result of something, and it as a result of some kind of reactions. How about if you tap into this? Look, do you know you watching this as some kind of reaction? Can you tap into that? You watching this, you are watching this, you are listening to this, you are thinking in this very moment, following my words as a reaction of something. Tap into that. Don't go with the word, and look into you. From where that reaction come, and from where that the result coming to you. That is what you able to understand. Your emotion based, your feeling based existence. Because the very human life, this self-identity. Get this very carefully. The self-identity not based with the logical construction. This self-identity based, the build with the emotions and the feelings construction. In that construct, in that field, we build up our self-identity with the emotions and feelings. It's like a layer by layer, layer by layer. You put one by one. It's like as example, that your life, that if somebody asks who you are, you say, oh, I'm this, I'm this. It's like this, that the bunch of experience, the feelings that you put one by one, one by one, one by one, top of it, each and everything, one by one, one by one, one by one, day by day, what happened with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, all the perception and emotion, top of the emotion, feeling, top of the emotions, feeling, you stack again and again and again and again. That is what you build, that your self-identity. That's what we call, this is who I am. You hurt my feelings. You disturb me. No, you try to destroy me. You attack me. You challenge me. So who is that? That me is emotion and the feelings. Bundle of emotions and feelings. Then how you can clean this? Because out of that bundles of emotions and feelings, what's happening? Then you again collect, and you have the collective nature with that. And then again, what happened? You start to look into outside world with that base, and then again and again and again, you collect. So when it comes to human mind, it's like we have two different ways. Feelings or the emotions and the logical mind. So the analytical, logical mind. So in the feelings and the emotions mind, it's a very conventional, ordinary mind. That's why through the tranquility state, you settle down. Not suppress, you not push it down. You allow it to calm down. That's why the tranquility is, that's why practicing tranquility meditation, you cannot attain to the complete, the ultimate nibbana. The becoming is still going to happen. Because you allow things to settle down. Sanskara, mental formations will settle down. You feel like the very calm, relaxed water. no emotions arise, but that doesn't mean you completely erase the emotions. No, it is there, but it's going to sleep mode, neutral mode. That's the tranquility state. So that once you drop that emotion and the feelings mind, then it helps to work with the analytical mind or the logical mind. But the thing is this, just pushing away this emotional mind, detach and throwing it away, you cannot get into this. So the technique is this. You have to develop a power or the method or the pattern to synchronize this, both logical and emotional mind together. That's what the tranquility meditation and the vipassana meditation does, integrate. So if I bring a simile, it's like this. Your feelings and your emotions is like the driver in the car. And your logical mind is kind of like the passenger. The both go the same journey. Both going to end up in the same destination. But it's a two different way of acting. So the feeling mind need to, look around and, to do a lot of things. Keeping the line and, look here and there. And in the necessary time, you have to keep the distance and the break and a lot of activities. And the passenger is there and it go inside the car and take the ride. So how about that rather than separating these two characters, when the passenger and the driver, when the both become one, that person is a kind of like a different person. Just imagine you are a passenger, you go somewhere and you react in a different way. And just imagine you are a driver, Uber driver, you take somebody and then you react in a different way. You have no idea. Forget about the destination. You don't care that whatever you're going to go there, but you have responsibility to take this person to the necessary point. But then you have an intention that you're going to get the your payment and you done it. But that doesn't mean you cannot throw this person away. You can attack or you can challenge this person. You can fight with this passenger. No, you cannot do that. Even the passenger cannot do that to the driver. So how about you are the one who driver, you are the one who passenger, that the both you and then you totally going to be different. You go for a walk, your work or maybe meeting to say something, vacation, then you are totally different person. So your brain the same like that. And sometimes it kind of like the driver. And sometimes it kind of like the passenger. But if you able to come to integrate and synchronize, harmonize this together, your character going to be different. So then rather than driving the emotions and dropping your logical part, and sometimes dropping the emotions or the feelings and being only with the logical part doesn't work. So you have to bring a method to be with these two without resisting, fighting, pushing things away. And how you can do that? That is where we come to a point to settle down with our body and the posture and observing feelings, and rather than rejecting it, just recognizing. That is the power. Get out of all these layers of emotions, clean this. The most important thing, just observing. So the observer does, you have to be very careful when you observe. Observers should be independent from your emotions and feelings, and also from the logical mind. So the observer should be very clear. It cannot, as example, the observer cannot be a result of any kind of reactions. Because in day-to-day life, that our feelings, emotions come as a reaction or the result. So the observer also cannot be a part of a result. How you can do that? That is where you settle down with the present moment. Because once you settle down with the present moment, that the recognizer is not a result of any kind of reaction. But if you start to go into the past or the future, and then that mind come as a result or reaction. So then in the middle, that's why the middle point, the center point, bring the equanimity. It settled down all the emotions, all the feelings, and it settled down with all the logical mind. And that is where the clarity comes. And once that clarity comes in you, within yourself, you become, in that very moment, you become totally different person. But if you think that way, rather than experiencing it, it's going to be so painful. It becomes kind of like a challenge. Why? Because that is why ideally we cannot become new people. We all everybody like to do something new, experience something new. But when it becomes an idea, what happens? It becomes so painful. Why? Because the change is not easy. And so our life based with the emotion, and because of that, we are so sensitive to pain. And because of that, we cannot achieve that change by thinking. Why? Because your mind, the thinking mind itself, a result of emotion. So then how you can get out of thinking mind? How you can get out of emotions? Because it is the byproduct of the feelings or the emotions. And that is why we start from the present moment. Why? Because the very present moment is not a byproduct of any feelings or the emotions or any logic. And once you settle down with that, so then you have to have something very clearly related to the present moment. So one of the best is inhalation, exhalation. That's why we take it. Not because of something else. There is a reason. Why? Because that is very really happening in the present moment. And deeply there is clarity and the trust. There's no doubt. Because it is very easy, you have access to it. Why? Because it happened because of you. And you are very close to it. So then no one can disturb it. So once you settle down with that, and you're in front of your nose and upper lip area, you allow your inhalation, exhalation to happen itself and recognize. When you recognize the moment by moment, inhalation as inhalation, exhalation as exhalation, that recognition is not a result of some reactions. And that is where you're creating a very independent awareness or the consciousness. And out of that experience, the identity that you build up, not going to be self-centered identity. And that is where that your awareness or your understanding become more and more and more clear. That is where you get out of the greed, hatred, and the delusion. When you develop awareness, consciousness, without self-centered idea, that becomes so powerful. Nothing can attack to it. No any demons can challenge for that. Why? Because there is no self-identity. Just imagine yourself. When you have a self-identity, you have to protect it. That is where all the misery come in this life. Once you get out of the self-identity, no one can stop you. If I give an example, it's like that is what these terrorists do for suiciders. The one of the major thing they does, they take out the person's self-identity and they use it for bad things, to harm them, for others, and to destroy the life. So that is not good. But the technique they does, if kind of like as an example, just imagine if there's a suicider and you catch him and then you become friend with that person and you take that person out of that killing idea, and that person, if that person come to the right path, very easily he can attain to Nibbana. Why? Because he doesn't have self-identity to gain anything. But look ourselves, we all trying to maintain the self-identity. That's where all the challenge come to us. So when you are developing the awareness, the consciousness, that experience with the present moment, and out of that, you have the experience, but no self-identity. That's going to be so beautiful. That's where you really experience the power of human mind. When you're able to experience something without self-identity, you will see that experience becomes so big. And you can try it. Just so, sip a, cup of, tea, glass of water, and whatever you eat, and whatever the moment you experience, just experience without self-identity, then you will see that how strong that mind. So that's why when a person come out of that self-identity, no one can stop. That's why suicide, and no one can stop it. No one can stop it. It's a kind of like an end result. So then we have to come to understand that for the moment, can you experience just your own inhalation, exhalation, without that self-identity or the history that you carry within yourself? That's where you need the awareness to look into yourself, and who is this experiencer? Who is this observer? Who is practicing this? Why? Because mostly we all are doing this as a result of feelings, emotions, And we are the itself, the observer itself, the experiencer itself is kind of like the action or the reaction itself. But try yourself not to be a result or not to be a reaction, not or your observing mind. Don't keep it as a result of something. Just observe. Don't keep any kind of connection to that. Just observe simply. Keep going, moment by moment, moment by moment. Drop that all experience, go into the next. Drop that all identity, go into the next. In a certain level, you're able to hold it to the duration to keep that. By the time, little by little, little by little, little by little, you just simply come to the point to see very clearly the moment by moment, the change. And then in the depth of that change, you see, it's just the cause and effect, causality. It's not the self or the any kind of meaning we inject into that change. And then out of that, things we can name. So otherwise, it's just a result of cause and effect. And once you come to that point, even what is happening in you, you not hold it to that. That is where you come to a point to experience, aha, point. That's what you need. Not with the outside. When we see the sunrise, sunset, the wind, the cloud, the beauty, landscape, we come to say, aha, but we don't see inside us. So this is the moment. You're going to put your effort, not related to your past or not with the idea of I am like this or I used to do this or not. You drop all, you put your backpack and just simply be just you. That's what you need. Just you. So with that intention, with that empty mind, just observe and see within your own inhalation, exhalation, where it tried to take you. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit. So your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So bring your attention to your head to toes and observe yourself and say Swapatveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalations and exhalations. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. Do nothing extra. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this with clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away. Already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all six directions at once. Like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. And also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Also may all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata cha amnehi sampadang punya sampadang sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Imaya dhammanu dhamma patipattiya buddhang pujemi dhammang pujemi sanghang pujemi Addaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadi maranam ha paribunjissami Idammi punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.